Deathstalker 2025. All right, let's talk about this movie. So I got a chance to see it. I'm a big time Deathstalker fan. I want to show you guys. I have all of them on VHS. This one I got it brand new, and it's I still kept the seal on. I did open it and I watched it, but it's sealed. Other than that, it's like I've got all the Deathstalker movies on VHS. I got this pack that had come out, which gives you some other movies that we've covered on this channel. And then I've got the 4K of Deathstalker 1 and 2. I also have the comic books that recently came out, and I have the digital copy officially that I purchased of the Deathstalker 2 soundtrack. When this new movie came out, 2025, with Daniel Bernhardt, directed by Steven Kostanski, I was pretty excited because I like Steven's other movies, Manborg, Void, Psycho Gorman. They're all great. I backed it. When I backed it at the next level where they gave me tickets to a cast and crew screening in Toronto. So we're going to talk a little bit about that afterwards. I'm going to review the movie. I'm not going to use my space system. My name is in the credits. So I feel that it's slightly unfair to try to give it a critical review because, firstly, I'm a big time Deathstalker fan anyways. And also I'm part of the movie. My name is in the credits. So I don't want to, it might sound too much like a shill video. But I loved the movie. It's absolutely fantastic. I knew from the trailer it was going to be great because they used the Deathstalker 2 theme music. They used that. And then Slash, who was a big fan of Deathstalker, who helped with the comic books, did a metal version. And it's awesome. So I knew that it was going to be fun, and it did not disappoint. It's absolutely fantastic. Daniel Bernhardt is a great choice for Deathstalker. It's a part 5. It's not really a remake because all of the Deathstalker movies, really, I think Rick Hill was the original Deathstalker. He's only in the first one and the fourth one. The fourth one consists of a lot of footage from the first one. So it's not even it's like probably like half a movie. Deathstalker 2 has the most success in the terms of the people in it went on to do other things. It also has the most fun. For me, it's got the best posters. All posters are done by Boris, of course, who's a master. But the part 2 posters go with the red. And it has the most fun kind of tongue-in-cheek, making fun of itself a little bit. The other Deathstalker movies are played a bit more straight. There is some fun parts. But this movie captured all of the Deathstalker feel. It definitely could just fit right in with the series. They changed the actors anyway, so it doesn't matter. There is so many creatures in this movie. It's absolutely fantastic. There's like a Daimajin Manny Faces guy. So think of Daimajin, right? If you don't know who that is, you can Google it. And then, but his face turns like Manny Faces, and he has different things, like he shoots lasers out. There's like this mummy with a jewel in his head who's an assassin who has a scorpion blade. Oh, he has basically the flying guillotine weapon. And you're like, whoa. So if you've seen Psycho Gorman, you know what to expect. Crazy, outlandish monsters, super gore. It's absolutely fantastic. Music is great. This is the first time I've liked Patton Oswalt. He's only the voice. He's the voice of Doodad, who's like a little sorcerer character. Got a new sidekick character named is Brisbane. She's a thief. She's really good, actually. She's not an annoying character at all. So good on that. There is something missing, and they addressed this in the Q&A, which was there is no nudity. There's no sex. Deathstalker in many of his movies, definitely the first one, he's very, I want to say aggressive, but he's definitely into the ladies, and that was definitely downplayed. It is a part of the sword and sorcery genre. So the removal of it is slightly disappointing. And you might think, oh, who cares? But it's, it's just part of it. But other than that small little gripe, it's awesome. Like I'm not rating it. If I was to rate it, I'd probably just give it a 5 out of 5 just for pure excitement, and all of the cool creatures that they have in the movie. A lot of neat ideas. It's definitely a Dungeons and Dragons inspiration. You get it's a quest. He gets a thing, fight a guy, take a rest, fight a guy. It's literally D&D come to life. That's great. He's got a wizard. He's got companions. He's got a thief companion. He's got his wizard companion. Trinkets, evil wizards, evil monsters, trolls. I can't. Everything that you want in a fantasy movie is in there. There's a big time reference to The Sword and the Sorcerer, one of the best fantasy movies outside of Conan the Barbarian, which is my favorite movie of all time. Instead of a 3, remember there was the 3 blades and they could shoot, and this one's got a 4-bladed one, so that's kind of cool. A lot of references. There's stop motion skeletons. That's from Jason the Argonauts. Also, of course, in Army of Darkness. Yeah, absolutely a fantastic movie. I'd probably just give it a 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10. Just because I'd be shilling out for it because I just loved it so much. And my friends also who accompany me, Sean, of course, you know him as my co-host, and Owen from the Action Elite were both there, and they both absolutely loved it. I don't know exactly their ratings, but Owen, if you check out theactionelite.com, he has a review up for it. I think he gave it a 4 out of 5. So yeah, we all thought it was great. All right. That concludes this portion. If you want to continue watching, we're going to talk about the Kickstarter. So I backed this on Kickstarter. Now here's where we're going to get into a slightly disappointing area. So I got from Raven Banner, I got the invite because I was a backer. Now my name is in the credits, and you can see there's my the Deathstalker screening. So this is when we got to the theater. There's a poster here. I took a photo. Here's all of us. Owen from the Action Elite. Sean, of course, as my co-host. There's me. And we're here ready to sign in. Now we're on a special guest list to get in. I'll show you. There's my name right there. There's my name in the credits right there. So then there's a Q&A after, and you can see this is the villain. That's the girl Brisbane. There's the Steven, the director. This guy was in the movie. This guy was photographer and stuff. So cast and crew Q&A at the end there. Basically what happens is we got there and we had to sign in. I know there's nobody there. They arrived about maybe 35 minutes before showtime to get us checked in and all that. So I was the first person to check in. I was the first person there. I was a very early backer on Kickstarter. Now, the thing is, the theater was packed. The theater was absolutely packed, and I got front row. You can see there's the bar. There's the bar right there. So this is the handicap zone. This is the first one. So I was right in front of them. Like they're literally like I could reach out and shake their hand. That's how close they were. So the theater was totally full, and majority of the people were like cast, crew, and their families or their friends. So keep that in mind. Daniel Bernhard did not show up. That is a disappointment. So that's how it goes. The remaining seats were taken up by the backers and contest winners and some press. So Owen, because he has the actionelite.com, that is a very high-ranking action movie website. He gets many interviews. He got a complimentary ticket to go. A couple of other people as well from other websites. And then there was contest winners where you go on Instagram, you repost, or Facebook, and those guys won. The problem is that the backers who paid money, now I paid $330 to get this VIP sort of package. Now Sean went in half with me because it was a +1. So Sean and I got that package. So we both split the cost 50-50 to both of us to go down. So we paid, and we got the same treatment as these contest winners and these random people. When the show concluded, there was a Q&A, and it was a Q&A by someone from Rue Morgue magazine. This person had not seen any of the Deathstalker films, and it seemed to me as though she thought that there was only one Deathstalker movie because she kept referring, is this a reboot of that movie? That it's like, there's 4, right? While we were in line waiting to check in, many of these contest winners and press people came to us because we looked like we were running the event. Sean had his Deathstalker Part 1 t-shirt. Owen had a brand new Daniel Bernhardt 2025 Deathstalker t-shirt that he acquired from Raven Banner at Fan Expo. My shirt is still in the mail because Canada Post was on strike and I didn't get it in time. But anyway, so I was just wearing black, but I was dressed up, slightly nicer than you would normally see me. So people were coming up to us like, "Oh, are you guys part of the event?" No, we're not. And they were saying, "Oh, what's this movie about? Like, what is this?" And I said, "Well, it's a fantasy sword and sorcery fantasy type of thing, like Conan." They're like, "Oh, okay." And I was like thinking, "Oh, I said, this is for guests. This is for guest lists. Like, you can't just buy a ticket tonight." And they're like, "Oh, no, we're on the guest list." I'm like, "You're on the guest list and you don't know what this movie is?" "Oh, we won a contest or whatever." I'm like, "Oh." One guy was like, "Oh, is this like Lord of the Rings?" I'm like, "Well, not really." So these people didn't even know anything. And then when they actually asked the audience who have seen the other Deathstalker movie. She only thought there was one. There's 4. She's like, "Who's seen the Deathstalker movie?" So it's like maybe like 10 of us, which I'm assuming are the backers, right? Or the super fans. Like Owen is a super fan. Sean is a super fan, right? So like us guys who watched all these movies, collected them, bought the comics, right? Followed this movie, waiting for it to come out. So most of the people there were either just the cast, crew, family, and friends, or people who don't even know anything about Deathstalker. They're just there to be there. So once it concluded, there's a Q&A, which was fast. And I thought we could go up and talk to these people. And we tried to talk to the director, and he was very busy because his friends and family were all congratulating him and talking to him, and other people were coming up. And I'm thinking, shouldn't I be getting first? Like, I'm not saying it's me. Shouldn't the backers, like, if you just want a contest, you want a contest to see an early screening. Okay, you saw the screening, now get out, right? And the family and friends don't need to talk to these guys. Like, I thought we would have had time with the backers. Like, there's only like 10, 11 of us there that were the backers. Certainly, we should have gotten better access than they. I got a chance to talk to nobody. I talked to the director for about 1 minute, not even, before someone came and interrupted us. It was like one of his friends or something. He's like, "Oh, hey." And then you're like, "Oh, okay, what the heck's going on here?" So that was like crazy disappointing. Like, so the guys who paid nothing and hit like on Instagram got the same treatment as me, who paid $300. That's pretty shitty. Like, I thought I would have gotten something more. Like, going forward, if I back anything else, I'll just back it at the cheap level and get my poster or whatever it is, right? Like, I actually backed it for the lobby cards. So I think Steven backed it for the VHS copy. There's different tiers. So I picked the lobby cards. Now, when I went to checkout on Kickstarter, it says upgrade to VIP for a chance to meet the cast and crew, or to meet the cast and crew and go to a special screening. So that's why I took that extra VIP thing, which was an extra $300 on top of my normal. So I ended up paying like $400 and something, and Sean paid me $150 for his portion of the +1 experience or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty disappointing, to be honest. And then not only that, the other backers who didn't get a chance to attend these screenings don't even get first dibs on a copy. Screener copies have been sent to sites for review. Why not send screener copies to the backers? Like, what do you think? I'm not going to buy your movie? I just bought the friggin' 4K at Deathstalker 1 and 2. When I already bought this movie like 4 times. I don't have the Blu-ray, so I've only bought it 3 times. Sorry, I've only bought this movie 3 times. Yeah, I don't get why. That's weird. Like, give us a special, put a watermark on it. Give the backers a special link. I've backed I backed Transformers compendiums. Got the PDFs immediately. Boom, PDF, secret link. Here's your secret link to the PDFs because I'm a backer. I should have gotten a digital copy of this, maybe even the soundtrack or something. I ended up purchasing the soundtrack on iTunes. It was only a couple bucks. Look, and I don't want this to be, I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. The movie is fantastic. I'm 100% buying it on 4K immediately, like pre-order, whatever. I'm going to get the shirts. If they come out with a proper CD or whatever, I will get the CD soundtrack, not just the digital version. Steven Kozansky did another movie called Freddy Frico. 100% I'm going to get that one. I love The Void, Manboard. He's a great guy. He seems like a super cool guy. It's just slightly disappointing because of the money. Had I paid nothing and they just said, "Oh, if you're a backer, come to this screening," okay, then that's fine. but I paid extra and I got the same thing that everyone else got. So I'm not complaining about what I got. What I'm complaining is that I got the same as the people who didn't pay anything. That is where I'm at. At least give me a digital copy of the movie. At least, so that gives me the opportunity to see it in advance. I can post a review for my channel. My friend Charlie from Give Me Back My Action Movies and Horror Movies, the podcast, he's on many times. You've seen him on here. He's on the Action Elite. He's not getting anything. He's a day one backer. Him and I think Steven as well, we're day one backers. Like, shit, Deathstalker backed like instant, right? So we should be getting a little bit more, I think, and especially I went that extra mile. They backed it and I backed it plus the 300. So really, I should have gotten more. But I will say the cast and crew seemed very nice. They're very cool people. The guy who played the villain, he's an older gentleman, super nice guy. I did get a chance to meet a couple of other people while I was in line. They came and they said, hey, I'm in the movie, and that kind of a thing. So that was kind of nice. But no photos to show. That's the only photos I have. I couldn't get a selfie with anybody. I thought at least get some selfies or something, No, I didn't get any of that either. So overall, the movie is absolutely amazing. Everything you've wanted out of a Deathstalker movie. The experience of Kickstarter wasn't that good. I'm still happy I backed it. My name is still in the credits. I supported the movie that I've been looking forward to seeing, and I really enjoyed it. So overall, I'm very happy. I would have been a little bit more happy. So if I ranked my happiness, it's probably like a 4 out of 5 or something, where I'm like, I'm pretty excited. The movie's great. My name's in the credits. I got a chance to have the Q&A. I went to the screening ahead of time, got this review out for you guys, but overall slightly disappointed that I was treated exactly the same as people who just won a contest, who went on Facebook and hit like and, share this and you can win share. Like, come on. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a long video. Please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.